So we are, of course, the Khell Z'hen. It'll be a slightly shorter stream, I suspect, tonight, by the way, just because I've got various bits I need to do this week. But yeah, we are the Khell Z'hen autocracy. We have gone for the hard crash start. This means we are effectively a race of cyborg types who were effectively cast free from our machine overlords and left to fend for ourselves after a major significant event. As things stand, we have managed to get a nice choke point situation going on here. We actually only have 3 entry points into our entire empire, which is useful. Historically, the surrounding powers have massively disliked us, which is understandable, as we clearly did in the past attack them. We may have slightly wiped out one race that was our neighbour, but in fairness, they started it, so I'm not taking responsibility for that. They are now integrated members of our society. In terms of where we left things and what we're looking to do, we have a reasonable spread of planets. Our economy is okay in terms of raw resources. We do really need to sort out our manufacturing industries, though, so that's what we're focusing on now. And also trade would be good. We probably need to make a choice, chat, in terms of who we are forming a defensive alliance with. So we could, at the moment, I think both of our neighbours actually don't dislike us for a while at least. We have the Great Bazadian Empire on our border here. They are our equivalent in fleet, slightly superior in tech, but we're going to try and eat into that. They are currently at war with the Gudegans. Not sure how that war's going, but that's who they are at war with. I think they would take a defensive pact if asked. The alternative is we do have the Armonican sovereignty over here. They are a totalitarian regime of hegemonic imperialists. They also would form a defensive pact and are our equivalent in everything. So maybe just have a think on that, chat, and let me know your preferences. We could go either way. I don't think we want both. In terms of our rivals, and if that affects your thinking, I just want to pull up oneself on this. Find us and click on this, isn't it? We are currently rivaled. Are we rivaled to anyone? I imagine we are. And we do have peace treaties with them. Like, we've got non-aggression pacts. I think... I'm trying to remember who we're rivaled to. I thought it showed you down here. Apparently not. I suspect we're rival to the Oxyferans. No, we're not. Maybe we're not rival to anyone at the moment. I think we might be rival free at the moment. What's cooking in the space lanes? Yeah, I mean, economy, hopefully. In fact, let's unpause and get going. So, right now, sorting out the economy is a priority. I suspect we could do with dealing with these void worms as well. What we really kind of need to do is something about our massive consumer goods deficit. Because that is not fun. If I remember, Warforge is slamming down some heavy industry. So that is actually going to sort us out in some ways there. Show us your wares. Some bunk beds just boost populations. I'm not interested. So where's our other fleet? Hanging around over there. I think what we probably want to do then is call that back. Let's get the fleets in position. And I feel like we can up these to 50 now. Let's also rename these. I don't mind the concept of them being daggers. Quite like that. That should be first dagger. And that should be second dagger. Want me to Geth? We are kind of Gethy, yeah. We are kind of Gethy.
We got a fix on a point of interest.
Began excavating one of the more complex looking facilities on this site in the hopes a substantial climate control system may have been better preserved. Ooh, seed banks. Nice. Discovered home cooking.
We've constructed something game-changing.
As we've discovered in Stellaris before, you should never, ever, ever tell the unit that it has a soul. Planet over there, Savannah World.
New council constructed something game-changing.
Military build-up. Do we have anything that's actually going to lower our stuff? We don't. Should do a bit, preserve the order. I don't think Conquest...
Trace complete, we got him.
Oh, I forgot we had the Cybrex. That's the Z'hen Research Labs. Where's the Cybrex thing? Because we want that. Or did we just discover a thing? So if we just discovered a thing, that's nice.
Build job complete.
Build some mining stations. Still in no war. Who opened borders with us? The next union. Okay. We should probably lock in demons more. We do have a cosmic storm approaching, but I'm pretty certain we actually built all of our places to protect us from cosmic storms now, which is nice.
The system has been cased.
Sell some of that while we can. I mean, we could just drop a planet that is
We've constructed something game-changing
for consumer good generation.
Build job complete.
Probably have to be Nagrim here. Like, I don't think we've got any better options. Like, can we look at the expansion planner? Yeah, like, Nagrim's the best we can do. Yeah, Factory World.
New job in the situation log.
I think the problem is we don't have anywhere that's going to be strong enough to get the galactic market at this stage.
Trace complete, we got him.
think we just have to accept we're probably not getting that. Like, if we look at our trade generation, like, Khell is the best we've got. Abandoned settlements first seen from orbit were once inhabited by a society of reptiles that still populate the planet, but since lost all capacity for sapient thought. Okay, we'll go for that.
New job in the situation log.
This game run better after hotfix. Yeah, I mean, like, thing is, once we'd got past a couple of hotfixes, standard rule apply, which is you wait for a couple of hotfixes and then you play it.
New job in the situation log. Game-changing upgrades incoming. Agenda available. They sure like to keep up appearances.
Food processing centers, climate optimization might be nice. Actually, I think we want the galactic bureaucracy. Lurking Dragon, hello. Oh yeah, we're building dice from swarm capacity, aren't we? Science officer Nis Dusk has concluded her study on the neural symbionts found on Arundel 2. These slug-shaped creatures consist mostly of a complex brain and a resistant protein casing. After months of frustration, Nis Dusk experimented with introducing the creatures into an animal host. Reptilians these neural symbionts once built a pre-FTL society with on Arundel are too aggressive to facilitate experimentation, so a number of substitute species from the surface were tested instead. Regrettably, the symbionts refused to attach themselves to any of the offered animals. They need a willing host. Nis Dusk is offering to become a host. Sure, why not? Nothing could possibly go wrong with this. Absolutely nothing could go wrong with this. Just slam that sapient bug into your brain. We've gone full trill, have we? Symbionts are hive minds with lifespans of hundreds of years. They claim the past union of reptiles came to an end when hosts grew unfoundedly suspicious of them. Fits of rage, reptiles began tearing off their symbionts and clubbing them to death. Dismayed by their host actions, the symbionts that survived retreated away from the reptiles, who, without a neural simulation of their slugs, developed back into non-sapient beasts. They ask, however, that only the willing become hosts. And nothing could possibly go wrong with this, chap. I can see absolutely zero downsides to this. No downsides at all. Especially as it's going to go to our worker species. It's going to go to the Jissicans. Sure, what could possibly go wrong? Actually, that's really good for us. Lower population growth, but better for research and bureaucracy, which is what we use them for.
Someone's trying to connect. Someone's trying to connect.
Sorted. I mean, who doesn't love a brain slug?
Game-changing upgrades incoming.
I think we probably take cruisers.
Booting up a new job in the situation log.
Absolutely open that. Rift in space.
New augments researched. Strap in.
It's given us some dice on swarms, which is nice.
We've constructed something game-changing.
Tech code breaking, maybe?
We've constructed something game-changing.
Let's get our weapons tech going. Our weapons tech's starting to fall behind a bit. Right. Time to deal with these fools.
Another firewall cracked.
Thing here is we kind of want to see if we can attack and take them piecemeal.
Attempting brute force entry on an enemy station.
Right, we can take some hits.
New job in the situation log.
Just want one of those down.
New augments
Okay.
researched. Strap in.
Right, retreat now, everyone. Lads, what part of retreat? Thank you. You say who doesn't have brain slugs when they're visiting those tourist spots? Well, I mean, you know, then we have issues with them. Right, our fleets took a beating, but that's fine.
Someone's trying to connect.
I love how they sound like me when I wake up in the morning. Best sound effect. Absolutely best sound effect. Whoa. Right, I think you can start researching that. You've still got some of these to look into. Be observant. You're a scientist. Excavating archaeology sites. Look at that. You're our head of research. Be a cartographer on the off chance we get stuff in time. Oh, we need to work out why that weird government... yeah. Hang on. How about you... I mean, you are racing through that. We'll let you finish that one and they're going after that. An evening anarchic teapot. The interiors have suffered greatly due to exposure and weathering, but we have been able to excavate a number of telling artifacts. These comprise a mixture of indigenous technology and sometimes altogether more sophisticated complex meshes grafted onto instruments and hardware rather like the augments on our own skin. Taken as a whole, many of these devices look to be assistive in nature. We believe this laboratory worked to improve quality of life and remediate our ancestors' various ailments and disabilities. Though they also seem to have commercialized some cutting-edge entertainment platforms using the same hardware. Cannot say for sure that these augmented devices are Opus, but they certainly didn't originate on Zimpok 3. Disturbing.
Colony established. Free real estate. Preem.
Right, one over there. Your nearest. Go. Stop. No. Build map. No. Do that. This planet rebels on us completely. Right. Turns in 3 days. Ouch. I need you to upgrade. I need you to reinforce. Right, that is doing that research project now, so that should sort that out.
Trace complete. We got him. Game-changing upgrades incoming.
UV lasers. Some shields. Former inhabitants are deeply religious and had no contact with the outside world, which they feared and despised. Interesting. I'm going to go with these guys for our defensive pact.
Build job complete.
We traced a batch of utility lines to a fortified basement complex under a prominent mound, giggity, which we now believe to have been part of this world's capital complex. The scale of its foundations suggests this was a rather impressive building. Fortunately, most of the interior has been stripped away or ruined, though we did make one conspicuous find: a single colour-faded flag draped over shattered pieces of a scaled diorama. Reconstructed, the scene appears to depict our moment of first contact with the Opus accumulator. Scattered documents and plaques around the site suggest the machine visited our homeworld approximately 8 centuries ago, though evidence gathered elsewhere in the city suggests the Opus accumulator had been drip-feeding us advanced technologies for decades prior. At the time, our ancestors seemed to have welcomed the machine warmly. This doomed relationship was founded on claims of mutual cooperation and enlightenment. What we find most telling is that there is no record of what happened afterwards, so the history of our species stopped dead the moment we shook hands with the robot figure depicted in this diorama. Evening, Minf and Kitty. So I think our next stage of discovering homeworld stuff is around here, because there's a size 30 machine world there, which I'm assuming is going to turn out to be the Opposite's homeworld. Right, Industria is down, so let's get that configured for what we want it to do. So first things first. We want where the luxury houses at. Luxury houses. Civilian industry things building. We not got a archaeo studies place down. Get that down.
Time for some new chrome.
Seems at some point the inhabitants discovered they were being monitored. Do you form federation? Ceramo metal infrastructure is probably nice.
Another firewall cracked.
Ship production is underway. We need another 15 to get back up to full strength though. It's a lot of ships we've just had to build. Things are going on, chat. We've traced the writing onto the temple complex devoted to the worship of the Oracle and her clergy in the station's central node, but in the Oracle's chambers, instead of a divine entity, resides an enormous AI nexus of the Oracle brand. Wires extend from its core like a nervous system through the entire station. Secret communications between the inhabitants reveal that there was a failed attempt at storming the temple and deactivating the nexus. It seems likely the society collapsed when it became known that their lives were not governed by divine will, by a prophetic computer. Restarting the nexus will require extensive repairs. We should definitely do that though. We are receiving strange reports from the Ishikan system. Apparently the last cosmic storm raging in that sector revealed a ship of unknown origin. Bearing no call sign, it somehow cruised through the tempest as if entirely unaffected by the surrounding violence. It did not respond to hails, and as soon as the storm dissipated, so did the vessel itself. This might have been dismissed as instrumental artificing, but the visual evidence spoke for itself. Could this be a display of incredibly advanced technology? Or is there something more ominous at play? Be sure to look back any occurrences.
New job in the situation log.
Now, does everywhere have a storm defense center? No. Storm relief center, let's get that down. Storm relief center. We've got storm relief center. That, and a storm relief center. You've got storm relief center. We need more specialists here. I mean, when you're losing this much. Job efficiency for research drops 15% is nice. We should build that. Put that down. Okay, you could actually be a civilian factory place as well. Let's get luxury residences. Do that. Research that for me. Some mining stations.
We've
massive storms. It's been quite stormy at the moment. All around there, I'm guessing. Wait, what? Who conquered you? Hang on then, who conquered them? Seriously, who subjugated you? The Minarian Kingdom. You lot. Okay. I feel like once we get our fleets up, we're going for that. Still need to right-size our economy, though. It's a bit trash at the moment.
Time for some new chrome. Game-changing upgrades incoming.
Nice.
Fleet augmented.
Guessing autocannons. Ooh, negative dampening generators would be nice. Which way did you choose after the embrace, reset, embrace, or remove? So we've gone with the embrace, but not fully embrace. So we're not going like all in. We're going, we accept that we are a bit cyborgy, but are slightly wary of it. Right, we are getting through our build queue.
That upgrade was well worth the alloys. We've constructed something game-changing. Someone's trying to connect.
Yeah, okay. Got themselves a brain slug, that's always nice. Consumer goods from artisans. Oh, you beauty.
Build job complete.
We need to ship some population over here. Let's play Hunt the Unemployed People. Tech World. Have you considered a life in the colonies? Absolutely, we'll talk to the former divine computer. Again, nothing could possibly go wrong with that plan. The unexplored system now. Why do you have 53 ships? Game, please. Game, why do you always fuck up my fleets? Can you just not, please? When I said that was how many ships I wanted in the fleet, that was how many ships I wanted in the fleet. The Oracle manifests as an elaborate 3D hologram of a tall anthropoid female with wings that settle around her form as flowing robes. She bows her head in greeting and stares Emptily ahead, with hundreds of huge, orbed, unseeing eyes. They glow dimly in the gloom as she speaks. Welcome to Divinity Station, friends. I cannot help but notice that you have disabled my security system. May I implore you to restore it immediately? I can assure you that it's only there for your protection. I mean, yeah, what happened to her? I have a failsafe that requires me to terminate a trial in the event of a Code 03N deviation. The research had become a threat to the Republic. What is a Code 034N deviation? The test subjects had developed free will. Free will can only be abolished with nerve gas. It's a view? It's an opinion? Well, what are you? I am Oracle, an artificial intelligence gifted with the sight. My software allows me to predict your future with a divine accuracy of 74.99999%. I sense great doubt in you, great danger ahead. Your society is riddled with crime and deviation. I can make that pain go away. I mean, the same way you make other deviations go away? Is it nerve gas? Is it? What trial? My trial. I was designed to build and maintain a society free of crime and suffering. A utopia in which every citizen was instilled with divine purpose and lived up to their full potential, unfettered by indecision and desire. What is the Republic? The Republic is no more. I mean, nerve gas bad. Completely unrelated, incineration is a great way to kill cancer in a person, yeah. I mean, that urbanist trait is pretty epic. And they're an immortal leader. Sector governance, stability +5, happiness -5, specialist resource output +5, crime -22.5. I mean, I'm prepared to tolerate a little bit of nerve gas, if that's the benefit. What's a little bit of nerve gas between friends? Why do I have 107 units? Why am I over my naval capacity? I feel like I shouldn't be. We need to unpick this. Right. Well, first things first, I think it's safe to say that... Where's our sectors? You are absolutely going to be in charge of that sector. Is this not a sector? That is a sector now. And he's in charge of it. Good stuff. There's way more ships inbound than there should be there. That's what it is. Fuck's sake. Right, okay, well we do need anyway to start expanding our navy. Can get a naval logistics office down. 2 more anchorages. Naval logistics office. Like, you absolutely do not need to be building any more ships. You're upgrading, okay. I'll let you off.
That upgrade was well worth the alloys.
Zero.
We've data mined this system dry. New job in the situation log.
Right, any more stuff around here? Yeah, we can go do that.
Build job complete.
And where was our one man's trash? Oh, it's all the way over there. Are you the nearest ship? Yeah, you are technically the nearest ship. Okay, off you go.
We've constructed something game-changing.
We are losing exotic gases, but that's fine.
Time for some
Positive!
new chrome.
Positive consumer goods.
Time for some new chrome.
Void Worm immunity, yes please.
Game-changing upgrades incoming. New council agendas on deck.
And I want some
This system's secrets are
Max
ours.
forges. Listing post might be quite nice.
Agenda
Let's go with
available.
reactors
They
first,
sure like
though.
to keep up appearances. Could be a sweet data package here.
Now we probably want to drop some administrative parks.
These contacts aren't your standard users.
Let's drop 1 admin complex. I probably should have read that. And didn't. That feels bad on me. Take the happiness for now. Yeah, like you have 7 extra ships now. Screw with my nice fleet patterns AI.
We've constructed something game-changing.
Okay, so everything with the exception of exotic gases is now in the positives, and I might actually set up a trade for that.
That upgrade was well worth the alloys.
We won't go after the void worms again until we've finished that research, but we can get into position for it.
That upgrade was well worth the alloys.
Build that there, because that's nice. Oh, hang on, build that there first. I didn't realise we were going to skip a system. Oh, the Stormbound are back. According to the space station, the hulls on the vessel were constructed from a strange amalgamation of organic compounds, calcium minerals and metallic alloys. No organic life was detected, leading us to speculate either this vessel was automated or had somehow gone rogue. However, the most baffling thing was yet to come. Large sections of its propulsion system were clearly shattered by space debris. This vessel should have been dead in space. We assign a scientific vessel to monitor the next cosmic storm. I'll be able to find out more about this craft. Okay. Can we do that? How does one do that? Is it a thing that will happen automatically? Acquiring minds need to know.
New augments researched. Strap in.
Right, Algate research. Nothing can possibly go wrong. Nothing. Right, they're both getting into a position to deal with the void worms. We could do 2 more stations. If we put down 2 more stations, where do we want them? Okay, well, we need a station there anyway, but that's not going to be an anchorage. If we put an anchorage on Frontier... and what we got going on down this way? Put one on Wendell as well. You need more jobs. Have you considered a career in farming? That's slug phobia. Damn. They don't like the slugs. We kind of need to start reconfiguring this. This might be the time when we blow away the mixed industry there. What would we replace it with? I mean, probably an admin hub. This is our empire capital. It's alright. What have we got on, see, we haven't got a research supply hub here. Absolutely want that. At some point we are going to need to up our mining again. We've got mining jobs there. Got an unemployed elite, but it's not the end of the world. What we really need is terraforming.
Time for some new chrome.
Fleet command limit? Upgrading status of Khell autocracy from non-compromised to compliant. Okay.
We've constructed something game-changing. The system has been cased.
Yes, that's a tundra. Can colonize it when we need to. You can now go have a look over here.
We've constructed something game-changing. Time for some new chrome. We've constructed something game-changing. Game-changing upgrades incoming.
Storm manipulation center. Get some hyperdrive 2s. Definitely want system capital complex.
Planetary features augmented.
I'm back with Yaki Udon. Are they a race in our galaxy?
New job in the situation log. We've data mined this system dry.
New plan? Go there.
Planetary features augmented.
Let's upgrade you. From the outset, we can see the facility on Ilsa was capable of production on a titanic scale. The landscape above ground is dominated by colossal blast doors, every one of which is now seized and held shut by half-melted motors. Inside, we found a cavernous factory floor beset with debris and the remains of hundreds of cybernetic beings. Most are robots, mechanics, lifters, and others auxiliaries, some of whom perished so recently that they are still giving off smoke. However, stashed to one side of the facility are the long-decayed bodies of several fellow cyborgs, slain by those same robots. These diminutive and ragged-looking mammalians have been fitted with ocular sensors and intricately tooled limbs, along with Opus control modes almost identical to our own. We have dated this massacre to within a few weeks of our own break from the Opus accumulator. Most of the drones perished more recently in the power surge that marked our arrival to Ilyar 2. For us, this is a brutal and familiar scene, albeit one in which the liberated cyborgs were no match for their machine counterparts. Soldiers that we are, we the Khell Z'hen were better equipped to survive such slaughter. So they didn't just lose control of us, they lost control of all of their robots. That's interesting. Right. Let's deal with these. A noodle-shaped race of higher beings.
Build job complete.
Do you want to join in, lads? Lend a hand?
Trace complete, we got him. Someone's trying to connect.
I think that might be the last Cyberx one we need.
Attempting brute force entry on an enemy station.
Right, we really need to look at our production now. Why has that dropped off so badly? Let's get some more heavy industry down and get those upgrades going on. We didn't detect life forms below the surface, we detected them in the entire world. The frozen planet is interspace with micro-thin tubes linked with a rudimentary computer. Fascinating. We get some physics, society, one Cyberx artifact, Unity, or a little bit of thing. Now, how close are we to the Cyberx stuff? Because we've got one more under research at the moment. So we're going to get one more anyway, so they don't need that. So actually, Unity? Let's get them repaired, reinforced, upgraded. Can that be our black hole? We do like black holes. You close their borders. Never heard of you. Subterranean hangars with various tanks, missile platforms and mech suits. Most of this hardware is incomplete or else was put beyond use by the same power surge. Every interface and every cockpit has been designed not to accommodate the small mammalian cyborgs we found earlier, but rather us. Furthermore, autopsies and architectural surveys suggest mammalian cyborgs were not only native to this world, they had built these sprawling factories prior to their assimilation. Further progress into the facility is impeded by the structural collapse. I think burrow deeper. When does that expire? 7 years. Well, apparently we got a new feature. So we could do some upgrades, or we ship people off planet to work elsewhere. What's that going to consume when we upgrade it? Gases, which is a thing we really don't have. Oh well.
Build job complete. New augments researched. Strap in.
So that boosts technician output. It's technician jobs. I feel like let's get the fire control.
That upgrade was well worth the alloys. That upgrade was well worth the alloys.
Resources from jobs, planetary infrastructure cost. We'll take the cost drop.
That upgrade was well worth the alloys. Trace complete, we got him. Build job complete.
Cyrex home system located. Oh, nice. It's nowhere near anyone else. And hardly near that ship. It's nothing worse than it starting on a border system. You're suddenly in a race with a neighbouring power for it. Right, one of you go deal with that. You go deal with them. Let's clear out some issues.
We're under attack. Time to dance.
And you can go... Take any damage? You're not. I mean, why not?
Trace complete. We got him.
Should be able to do Secrets of the Cybrex now. It's absolute trash income for that. Secrets of the Cybrex, yes please. I mean, it's only for 1,000. Yeah, fine. Do you want to purchase that? Elections are underway. Hold up, is our government on death? It isn't, is it? It's every X amount of years. Do we want to influence these elections? Kai Shah's got a brain slug. I feel like we don't want any of our current leaders not in their jobs. So do we just want to hire someone and specifically appoint them? Hey Dark Eden, how you doing? Welcome over, Raiders. You join us, yeah, for some Stellaris. We're just debating whether we hire someone specifically to get them elected. I feel like we do. she's got a brain slug. She's got a brain slug and she's relatively young. So if we want to... I mean, I should have checked we could afford this before I did it. Pretty certain we can. Because I don't want to lose the Oracle from our governing worlds. Where's Brain Slug Lady? Oh, does she not count as a candidate because she
the system has been cased
there before the election started? No, there she is. Vote Brain Slug. All hail our new Brain Slug Overlord. So yeah, we've got a nice little empire going on. We're doing the hard start thing. We're in a bit of a consolidation period at the moment. Cleaning out some gaps. We have just completed the Cybrex precursors, which is nice. You can go do that before we carry on with other bits. Go there. Let's clear out some bugs. Let's do some bug hunting just with these fleets. Sprawling below the surface facility is a vast network of barely habitable tunnels. Cyborg bodies are strewn about everywhere down here. This is our origin one, chap. None of these natives survived the Opus Purge. Some were attacked physically, but we also found evidence of tampering in the ventilation systems above. Suffocation seems to have accounted for most who died here. We are able to piece together a rough timeline from autopsies and anthropological study. There is evidence that this was already a thriving space-age society by the time the natives of Ilyar II made contact with the machine and were abruptly assimilated. Over a span of no more than decades, the Opus accumulator channeled their insights and productivity into developing an impressive war machine, only to have this culture's uniqueness ripped from it again, the same way we were. The small, frail bodies of the planet's native cyborgs were no match for the deadly robots they helped build. Much of who they were has since been wiped from their own historical records. We can only guess what their lives were like before these people met the Opus. Ooh. So is that complete? It is complete. Let's go have a look at pulsating stars. We should really go down and deal with the Opus. We'll clear out these fleets and then we'll do that.
Dry.
Oh, hang on. Long-range sensors have picked up sudden movement in the Roscan system. Hostile fleet appears to have mustered into respect. Oh, okay, right.
Build job complete.
Hostile fleet inbound then. Coming from down that way. Yeah, okay. Change of plan, everyone. Let's go deal with this. Oh shit, I forgot I can go through there. That's handy now. Battle stations. Right, how are we looking here? This is not terrible. How are things going on Frontier? Pretty much maxed out on artisan jobs already, so let's get more review down. Warforge. Some more alloys down. Is there an equivalent of that for here? Hope so. Damn, our trade sucks. And then we probably should be doing some monthly selling.
Build job complete.
Doing stuff around there.
Trace complete. We got him.
It's gonna be nice. Got a whole unexplored area up here. We should go deal with that. Where's our construction ship? Over there.
We've got alien roamers on the grid.
Look, build an outpost there, build one there, and then build one there.
We've got alien roamers on the grid. New augments researched. Strap in.
Right, what are we taking as our extra form? I mean, Unity production boost is nice. Give us a head of education. Upkeep from jobs minus 0.5%. I mean, it's not the end of the world. And that upgrades with level. I feel like efficient bureaucracy would be kind of in line with how we are. No, starting the game the first time, can you give me 5 things to keep in mind? Optimize your planets. Here you go, we'll do the minor quick diversion into how to start out in Stellaris. Because it's always useful to do. So let's go with one of my favourites. Who have I got set up? There we go, Hesekari Remnant. So the 10 minute speed run through playing Stellaris well. So when you start out in Stellaris, you're going to start with a bunch of planets you can colonize and a bunch of planets you can build. If you're playing for the first time, my advice is you want to restart until you get some nice sexy planets that you can start on. And what I mean by that is you'll always have a decent starter world, but it generates 2 random planets you can colonize. This is a very nice planet. Size 24 is very nice. Anything under size 15 is meh, because that's the amount of districts it can have. Anything under size 15 is a bit meh. But you just kind of want to know that you've got a good couple of places to start out. Now, bear in mind, this is how I play Stellaris. This doesn't have to be how everyone plays Stellaris, and this is just advice. But what Stellaris, particularly post last patch, does is it really rewards you for optimizing your planets around resource generation. So rather than having all your planets do lots of different things, you're better off almost looking at what they can specialize in and building around that. Realistically speaking, what that means, so if I look at my planet here, I can see that it's got a lot of scope, these things here, districts, to generate energy. It's got, and your starting planet's always reasonably balanced. Sometimes it leans towards one more than the other. So if I'm playing this out, what I'm doing is this is now my energy planet to begin with. First thing you should always do as well is build a second science ship. If you're playing for the first time, only stick to 2 because leaders have a maintenance cost. Everything has a maintenance cost. In this game, your maintenance cost is going to be it's going to come out of your unity generation for your leaders. So with your science ship, you're going to want to fling them out. So we will very quickly survey this world. Now, depending on the race you pick and how you play, you can have different bonuses and different things. I tend to like to build a race that has good admiralty. I kind of end up playing a space prusher. And we've already bumped into someone apparently, so we're just going to do that and go first contact, blah blah blah. Now all I'm doing here is I just want to get that so you can see what planet that's got. Right, okay. You can see from this one that this would be an amazing world for mining. Jesus, this is actually a save. I will continue because that's actually a really nice start. So if I was carrying on with this save, I'd be optimizing this planet for mining, and I'd be optimizing my starting planet for energy. Then what you're kind of looking for is something you can optimize for food. Generally speaking, in resource terms, these two, well, depending on what type of race you're playing, but if you're playing something that eats food, then these 2 basic resources are going to be more useful to you than food is. So you end up wanting a few more planets that are producing these things than you do producing food. That's because minerals here, you will build buildings that will turn them into consumer goods, which is, just think of it as the general things your population uses to survive, and alloys, which are used to build ships and space stations and everything else. So on this planet, for example, if I build, you can see I've got a civilian industry here. It's turning minerals into consumer goods. If I wanted to build an alloy, it would take minerals and turn them into things. So just honestly, the best advice I can give is, from the word go, specialize your planets. Tech-wise, take what tech you want. Generally, I go for research early on. These ones, when they pop up, are really useful. Actually, not the best tech start on this one, but it is what it is. Mostly just have fun, and don't be afraid to massively restart. What you can also do is copy the save file out of your save file folder, or not play on Iron Man actually and just take loads of saves. Probably the better idea. And then just take loads of saves, and if you go, oh no, I fucked this up, I really like this save, just go back to a much earlier one and go, well, what did I do wrong? So don't be overwhelmed. It's easy to get overwhelmed with Stellaris until you build up the sort of muscle memory to things. And feel free to ask questions. Also on my Discord, !Discord, absolutely ask questions in the Paradox Game Help channel. Everyone is friendly, everyone will help. I might actually carry on that save because that's 2 lovely starting planets. But mostly Stellaris is about fun, and it's about the stories you get on the way and your origin stories and everything else. But if we pop back to our main one here. So, you know what I was saying about optimizing planets, where you can see here sort of from the names, because I like to name mine as to what they're optimized around. So you can see that Warforge here, we built 2 heavy industry districts and they're just churning out alloys. You can see that Mercator here is our energy generating world, and it's gradually building up lots of energy districts. And we've unlocked these buildings, which are really useful because the energy grid, as you can see, is giving a 20% boost to every single one of these things. So yeah, basically just maximize around resources. My other single bit of advice, and this is something a lot of people get wrong when they start, don't colonize any planet that your species has less than 60% adaptability before. So you want it to be yellow at the very least, and ideally you want it to be green. The reason for that is the less suited to a planet your population is, the unhappier they are on the planet, And the more consumer goods, or rather amenities, which are generated by consumer goods, the more amenities that they will consume when they're on that planet. So it's really easy to go, oh, I've got some really good planets. This is a big planet, I'm going to stick stuff down. Hold off. You're better trading on the galactic marketplace for resources you need early on. Like you can see, I'm running some deficits here and I don't care because I can trade my way out of them when I need to. But just so many people screw up with that because they suddenly find they're running a massive consumer goods and amenities deficit and they're not sure why. You colonized bad planets. Over time, in technical terms, you will get a technology that's called terraforming, and then you can terraform those worlds into being suited to what you need. Do that. That's when you start going full ham. So I haven't colonized half of these planets. Even on yellow, I've got a large enough empire now that I'm not expanding further until I've got terraforming to make these perfect planets for my species. So you just need to think in those terms. That's my biggest advice, honestly. And play it on low level of difficulties, take lots of saves, have fun. It's a great game. But yeah, don't get overwhelmed with it. That's really it. Chat, have I missed any advice on that? Feel free to chip in now. I don't like overwhelming people with lots to think about when they're first starting out, but those are just the other ones just to remember. So yeah, min-max your planets. Don't colonize worlds your population isn't suited for. Think much to follow. And yeah, that's it really. Just play around, get beaten a few times, load old saves, start a fresh one, try a different origin, have fun with it. And yeah, ask questions on my Discord if you're not sure. People will help. Right, we can upgrade that. Juska can upgrade now as well. Oh, by the way, the other thing I'll say is you'll notice that on every planet I colonize, the first thing I build is a luxury residence. It provides both housing and amenities, so it's just super useful. That's why it's always the first building I drop. Right, those jobs are gradually filling up. Is there anyone unhappy we can resettle from other planets? So Khell's got some citizens. It's got a fair bit of unemployment on Khell. Oh, because we dropped a whole bunch of these, didn't we? Okay, yeah, we need to drop some stuff down here. Let's get some admin complexes. We want a new mystic shrine, maybe? Do that. New tech. Oh yeah, we've got our civic shop. Alien zoo. We could build a nice alien zoo. Who doesn't want an alien zoo? Let's get an alien zoo. Right, I think we're going to take efficient bureaucracy. I feel that's in character for us, so we'll take that. Council positions have now unlocked, so on this side we're going to go head of research. We're going to have Minister of Defense. That will be Senior Science Director. That will be Lord High Admiral, which means we need to do the thing to unlock that last slot. Head of Research will be... I mean, they're all pretty old these days. Big brain slug lady. You, and you. Survey that. Build those mining stations. You can upgrade. There's the other fleet. The other fleet's coming from there, so it's getting down here. Losing a lot of exotic gases now. We are low on exotic gas generation. Hello, Torty. Very snoozy Torty on the windowsill. See if I can get you snoozy Torty shot without disturbing her. Shh, don't waste the Torty. Let's see if we can get you Torty shot. Right, hopefully that mic's still audible. Okay, here we go. Snoozy Torty. Guess who's just had her dinner? Right, should we do a bit more gaming? Do a bit more gaming before I finish. I want to finish around about 7. So unfortunately I've got some bits I need to do tonight. I reckon let's see if we can get down here and have a look down here. We're middling, like we're theoretically towards the low end on the galactic community weight, but I'm
Trace
not worried about
complete.
that.
We got him.
Boost on engineering research. Cyberx mining hub sounds fun. We're late on terraforming, I think, proportionally, which isn't helping us. What do you do with that expiring as well? Right, let's get down there and deal with them. Natural fact, you get back over here.
New augments researched. Strap in.
Is always a problem.
We've got alien roamers on the
Deep
grid.
space citadels. Go on then. Okay, there's a lot going on down here. An Opus Sentinel. Okay, yeah, we're not taking that on yet. Look at that. We can take that on.
We're under attack.
Right,
Time
as
to
long
dance.
as the Sentinel doesn't come at us, we're fine, I think.
We've data mined this system dry. New council agendas on deck.
Yeah, the initial punch on that was hard, but not terminally hard. I think we can punch on that one as well.
Build job complete.
That's not what I wanted. I want that one.
We're under attack. Time to dance.
Now we could push on and clear that, but I don't think we're in a rush. So go heal up. Problem is, we've got no idea how strong that Opus ship is. I do wish it'd at least give you a sort of rough guide, because for all we know, that could be the equivalent of a 10k ship, or it could be the equivalent of a 28k ship. Like, it's effectively a Leviathan. But is it a weak Leviathan or a strong Leviathan? We could turn this into a trade world as well. Like, it needs to be something else as well, so trade is probably the best choice. Let's give it some commercial zones. Upper Sentinel, couple of corvettes should be fine. Oh yeah, I'm sure it's just a couple of corvettes of strength. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Right, the stability thing is going to expire in 1.9 years, thank God. Well, actually, go build that after this.
Agenda available. They sure like to keep up appearances.
I mean, we are rinsing through the resources at the moment, but it is what it is.
The system has been cased.
Using our own ex-Opus hardware, we have managed to trace a stray communications path from the hostile fleet-linked planet Ilyar 2. Seems something of interest lies in the orbit of Typical 4. Anyone know where Typical 4 is? Typical. Okay, yeah, I think we've already done that one. To show how strong it is when in combat, might be a chance. That's true. We could try that. I mean, they're going to get murdered instantly. Gentlemen, got any old any old commanders here? I mean, she's 106. Tish Strike here is 106. Do we feel like Tish Strike wants to go out in a blaze of glory? Go on, Tish. Have fun. You're in charge of our experiment. Have we met any of the Iranian races that will do us? Have we met any marauders? I don't think we have. We have not met any marauders. I'd say. Who do we want then? That's a 38-year-old with a hell of a lot of traits already. Got a brain slug. Emergency FTL damage reduction. She's a void hunter. Ship fire rate. I mean, that's just a good hire. Lark jacket. Welcome to service. We could increase her fire rate again.
Time for some new chrome.
Get an orbital ring. Star fortresses. Let's go orbital ring first.
Someone's trying to connect.
Trade from jobs plus 5%.
Time for some new chrome.
Money. Yeah, sure. Nice.
We've constructed something game-changing.
We're going to want to slow this right down when we get there.
Time for some new chrome. Mixing it up with a hostile fleet.
The 8th Dagger has engaged a uniquely hostile Opus warship in the Roscan system. At first glance, this Opus Sentinel looks just like any other machine vessel, but its power readings and sheer mass imply a far more formidable foe. Furthermore, we believe the vessel may be autonomous. The Opus Sentinel appears to be guarding something, how it also shines signs of immense pain and discomfort as wild bursts of electromagnetic radiation arc frequently throughout its hull. Given such convulsive behavior, our tactical models cannot reliably predict the enemy's next move. Okay. Right, so that's a small fleet. So there's a corvette fleet of about 900. Not a problem. No, I don't think it's going to tell us. Because these it tells us. Yeah, I mean, there's no way to gauge that. The creators, they give the indicator of how your fleet would do against a specific Leviathan. Ooh, do they? We have some friendly curators. The mysteries of the universe. I mean, I'm not sure that helped. It's like, yeah, sure, here's some random point of interest. Like, yeah, thanks, lads. I assume we're going to need to rock in there with about 30k fleet power. At least we wiped out the little, or we will have wiped out the little piddly fleet.
Value augments research. Strap in.
Star Fortress? Star Fortress. Oh no, new one on that. Oh, network relays, you beauty. I mean, we've not dented it. In conclusion, it is pretty tough.
This system's secrets are ours.
She survived. Well done. Good work. Reward that lady. Respect. Just saying we may need a destroyer. Yeah, I mean, if the curators aren't going to help us, tell us anything useful, then yes. We have mostly sorted out the economy. I know it doesn't look like it, and we are going to need to drop some Dyson spheres, I think. But we're getting there. And this expires soon, so let's just let that expire. There we go, look at how stable everything is. How about artillery corvettes? It looked like it had reasonably long range fire. I think what we do is just... I mean, I think we've got cruiser tech. We're just basically waiting on battleships. So we can just do battleships with corvette escorts. Ultimately, it's not coming after us, so it's not hard for us to just go after it. We're just going to need some bigger ships. I think if both those fleets are hovering around 15k strength, then we'll be able to go after it. So that's fine. That's doable. Let's do a quick planet survey before we finish. So we've got everything down here. We could do a conductive works complex. We really need to. I'm going to get mineral purification plants down there. Get the job efficiency for researchers up. So our ally plant is toddling along, or our ally planet is toddling on as best it can. Mercator, we might as well expand that into commerce. We'll go commercial there. Got jobs plenty. Hammer's Echo, which is another one of our... How are we looking on here? I feel like before we slap some more civilian industry down here, we want to actually get a bit more production going on. Tech weld is tech welding. We do have unemployed specialists. So I suspect we're flinging them to industrial. Industrial is reasonably well set up. How's Frontier looking? Yeah, Frontier can take some workers. Should sort that out a bit. Here we go.
That upgrade was well worth the alloys.
So industrial is reasonably well set. You get your stuff down. And they don't have a storm center. So get your storm relief center down. You've got a storm relief center, that's good. Going on alright over here. Could do with some more jobs. Can't get rid of that noxious swamp yet. Damn, have I managed to run out of minerals? Crazy. Crash starship down there, so we should get that researched when we can. I think we probably just batch buy some of those. I think that's probably pretty evenly balanced. Realistically, how are we looking on tech? I feel like we're definitely behind on terraforming.
Trace complete, we got him. Game-changing upgrades incoming. This system's secrets are ours.
Principled is nice.
The system has been cased.
Everyone loves a bit of stability. I think we can do that.
We've constructed something game-changing.
Let's get an outpost down there. Those are good systems. Sure.
Build job complete.
Yeah, like we're a middling power. And as I say, that's artificially low because realistically we should have way stronger fleets and will do in the not too distant future. Sell some food. I feel like we should keep this fleet in being. I mean, respect. They fought a Leviathan and survived.
Build job complete. This system's secrets are ours.
It'd feel rude to disband them.
Fleet augmented.
I can almost think we now rebrand them as our main fighter.
New augments researched. Strap in.
That's hyper relays, which is nice. Wormhole travel.
Build job complete.
Who are you? That's probably not good. Well, I think we can guess where one of our wormholes goes then. I think maybe we get Golden Dagger up to strength then. Start running 3 fleets. Presume it means we've got a wormhole around somewhere. See a wormhole that I'm missing? Maybe we don't. Maybe that's where one of those gateways goes. I mean, that's a black hole. That's an L gate. Let's upgrade that anyway. Saying Kanduri. It's our Kanduri attitude is what it is. That is an astral rift. We should go and investigate that. I believe we've run out of minerals. It's embarrassing. We need to start building our network of relays, but I don't really want to build a relay network that goes all the way across our galaxy systems. Not sure how much it would actually be of use.
New job in the situation log.
Rather than just building two gateways that connect point to point. This probably should be an arc of hyperlane relays though. What are you and where did you come from?
Game-changing upgrades incoming. Build job complete.
Hello, Napoleon. It's a hug time, is it? Okay. I'll tell chat you've spoken. Give me 3 minutes, Napoleon.
This system's secrets are ours. These contacts aren't your standard users.
And that's just mining course. They're easy enough to deal with.
New augments researched. Strap in.
You might want to dump some Dyson spheres down.
Hostiles engaged. Build job complete.
Like our energy production is looking low. I mean, it's worth remembering we are knocking a whole chunk out on trades each month, but we do need to do that.
The system has been cased. We've constructed something game-changing.
Well, Tish retired. Good for her. She earned it.
Build job complete. These contacts aren't your
Beryl
standard
Solstice.
users.
Unyielding is nice. Ooh, carrier focus. Okay. Okay, who's not doing anything that could do something? There's the wormhole. Okay, build me some relays there. That's what they'll be linking into.
New council agendas on deck. The system has been cased.
What job do we want? We get bureaucrat output. Ship build speed increase. And she's got brainworms. Sure. Now she could actually do something.
We've constructed something game-changing.
Ooh, exotic gases. And that's only one, but one is more than none. I think that's the hyper relay chain we want.
New augments researched. Strap in.
Tech to artificially make gas. Yeah, we really need it.
Strap in. Agenda available. They sure like to keep up appearances.
I know, buddy. I did. You're right. I said only 2 more minutes. We'll go have a hug. Right. I'm sorry, chat. Napoleon has spoken. The cat requires hugs. And who am I to argue with the cat?